Alright, the Elgato is still on the fritz, so it's going to be a little bit low quality maybe, but bear with me. So, with the TWAB, basically they begin with a statement regarding the shooting in Texas, and that Bungie is of course supporting and lending their hearts out to anyone that was affected and or involved in it. And as well, they give us some details around foundations and mental illness awareness sort of things, that if you wish to follow any of the links, that if it is at all relevant to you and you need help, don't be afraid to take the link. But of course, then they get into more of the season. Now, I will stress, most of this, aside from whatever this is, oh, puppies and kitty. But, yeah, most of this TWAB is basically the startup of the season and what it entails. They basically tell us the season has started. We got Solar 3.0. There was a bunch of trailers, details of what came out, links to all the stuff. New Crucible map, Iron Banner's rework, the return of Rift. The stuff we've already talked about many times before, in addition to other stuff. The new activities being the weekly mission of Sever, where we try to get the ghosts out of Keitel Crow's and Zavala's hair, as well as Nightmare Containment, which is free to all players, so anyone who doesn't own the season or just plays Destiny has access to this, as well as Leviathan, surprisingly enough. But moving forward as well, they just cover more and more details of what came out. They clarified how I almost said Scepter. Scythe works. Basically, its light attack is a horizontal slice that launches a solar projectile that has a 4-hit combo. Hitting enemies with a light attack does scorch them and deal damage, and the light attack also does melee damage to nearby targets with the swings. The air attack, of course, is a single swipe that launches a projectile, but it's just a little bit of an aerial fling. The heavy attack slams a scythe into the ground into a fan-shaped AoE flame damage, also applies more scorch stacks to them than the light attack. And when you defeat enemies with the scythe, you spawn orbs of healing solar light that float back to you and grant restoration +2. So, they clarified how the scythe works. Now, the dungeon, they still don't give us any details aside from when it goes live tomorrow, which is going to be reset on Friday whenever Zerg comes back around. So, yeah, we still don't have any details. I've seen what the dungeon weapons look like, and I've read a little bit of the lore. Damn, I'm going to be excited for the 3-round burst linear fusion when it comes around. But they also clarify a bit of the season, about that's the seasonal armor, this is the battle pass armor, like we didn't already know. That's a Sparrow available, that's a Ghost Shell that's available in the season pass. The rank 100 drop for Trespasser looks spooky and bony. And they also clarified some details about Solar 3.0 details regarding fragments and armor. Now, they did want to say that these 4 fragments, some of them were available to all players, some of them were available to no players, and almost all of them were available to a very few people. Basically, these weren't supposed to be available yet. I was one of the lucky few that got access to 2 of these, and some people even got 4, supposedly. But this is supposed to be a goal to hit 200 or 20 million completions as a community. Then the 4 solar fragments will be unlocked, available to our Makora. Some of these were glitched and available early, so basically, if you bought them, if you have them, they won't be taken away. But if you don't have access to them, you'll get access to them eventually. It's a little bit of a poor thing to do for some people that just don't have it. But then again, it's an undisclosed amount of people got access to the free fragments. So, yeah, basically, if you are wondering when those come out, do some Nightmare Containment. You'll help the effort. Now, obviously, the ornaments for Solar 3.0, they need no introduction, as many people have already been buying them and using them. And as well, they added a set of solar-based shells, sparrows, and ships if you wish to rock the full set. Now, as well, Iron Banner, they told us more details about that before. The first Iron Banner is going to be on the May 31st, which is going to be next week, and the next one is going to be July 12th, closer to the back end of the season. And for the Might of Iron Lords, Valis Forge will be front and center in Eva Levante's usual spot. So, they also disabled power levels, so expect to see Mountaintops, Recluses, and Luna's Howl in this, as well as every other weapon that people just held in previous years. Trust me, I'm going to be pulling on a Rapid Hit Kill Clip, or Rapid Hit Rampage Duke Mark 44 that I've been saving for ages. Now, they also mentioned a St. Jude's Hospital gaming marathon that if you wish to donate to, you can donate from the links below, and these are emblems you can get in response for your assistance. So why not stop by the GCX celebration and enjoy the event. Now, this is the main part of why this TWAB is here, aside from just catching us up on the seasonal events. The hotfix 4.1.0.1 is going to be going live next Tuesday, and of course, servers will be shut down for a little while, and then they will, finish and rework. So the dungeon, they give us a heads up that when the dungeon will go live during testing, they discovered an issue where players who had their sound effects set to 0 would just plain crash the activity. To ensure this doesn't happen, players should set their sound effects to at least 1 or above until we can fix the hotfix next Tuesday. And as well, the Guardian Games Glory's Claim will be distributed to the top 10% of people who participate in said event. And the real thing we're here for, known issues. Now, this is a bit. Opulent chests do not visually open as intended upon receiving rewards. Certain seasonal challenges are incorrectly recording progress at a character's level instead of an account scope level. Multiple hand cannons no longer have a visual scope. On Xbox One, the impulse effect when dunking a core during the Nightmare Containment appears completely black. Solar icons for class abilities, melee, and movement have blue backgrounds when viewed from Ikora's inventory. Solar Hunter's Acrobat Dodge ability displays the Fist of Havoc icon when equipped. The Glory Claim and Good Sport emblems from Guardian Games does not appear in collections. Several activities and missions are becoming blocked. We have made a change on the back-end limit to the number of fire teams in these areas to 1, which we believe will resolve the issue until we can release a permanent fix, just in case that's a problem for you. Players are unable to collect the burdened engrams in the final encounter of the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. Characters sometimes are extremely zoomed in on the character inspection, only allowing to be shown the boots of whatever your character is wearing. That is a known thing, obviously. Gunsmith's weapons don't have a Masterwork slot on them. And several Guardian Games items, including quests, weren't removed from some players' inventory at the launch of the season. I caught that. I had a medallion still in my inventory. Bait and Switch Enhanced isn't working as intended. The Loyal Companion emote for the doggo can sometimes cause the game to crash. Telesto is causing game crashes when players interact with Bungie. No, they are not kidding. They actually gave Telesto to Banshee and it's breaking things. Some new armor and older perks are showing as watermarks instead of their proper icons. Some Artifice armor from the Grasp of Avarice dungeon has lost their extra mod slots. Some players are experiencing low frame rates when in the menus or looking at the director. The Trespasser exotic and a few other items don't appear in collections. I noted that in my gear video. The Season 17 Crucible Vermilion shader has 2 similar names to Season 8 shader Crucible Vermilion. The difference is the L's. Somehow they made that error. The Hreifjungund ornament for Celestial Nighthawk is no longer available to equip, even if you own it, supposedly. And the Telesto held by Banshee 44 appears at random. Terrifying. Now, that's pretty much a bug report for some of the problems that came out. They're, of course, addressing them. I am assuming general stability and disconnects is not something they have to tell us they're working on, because they're always working on that. And, of course, for the full list, check the known news articles and report your own issues below. Aside from that, that's pretty much a majority of the TWAB, aside from Art of the Week and cute little spooky dudes. But yeah, that's pretty much the summary of the TWAB, aside from, you know, the emblems for Art of the Week and Movie of the Week, and a detail regarding the Loyal Companion and how well, let's see. He's a real-life Belgian Malinois named Artemis and his best friend of a very special guardian whose story we will share with you in the coming weeks. A story of resilience, recovery, triumph, and only made possible with the Destiny community and his dog Artemis. I forgot about this. It is a charity event. Any of the people that buy the dog emote will it's a charity event. Basically, everything goes to the Bungie Foundation from that emote and is made for that. And also, they give us the rewards at Guardian Games Cup, but, you know, me, who really cares about that? And that is pretty much it. With that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.